get around despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new makeup tutorial for you. Today I'm actually partnering up with Ulta Beauty to share with you some of their brand new makeup. You guys, this is so exciting. They have completely reformulated their eyeshadows. They have made some stunning colors. And today I'm going to show you how to use them. To show you guys the products I'm going to be using. Let's take a look. I also like to throw our primer on before jumping to the eyes. This way our primer has some time to kind of sit and absorb into our skin, and our skin will be nice and ready for the makeup. This is the Becca Cosmetics Backlight filter, and I really love this. It does a great job of brightening your skin, making you look really awake and ready for the day. So I just like to take this on my hand and rub it into the skin. Love it. Okay, I'm all ready. I'm all prepped, but let's move to the eyes now while this kind of sets. On the eyes, I'm super excited to be using the Ulta Beauty single shadow collection from the Ulta Beauty collection, you guys. The shadows are all $8.50 a piece, and they just got this in, you guys. This only costs $12.50 to store 8 of your Ulta Beauty eyeshadows. It's really cute. It comes with a brush and a nice mirror up top. And the cool thing about these shadows is that you can actually pop them out and put it right into your shadow palette. This is what the shadows look like when they're all stored in their palettes. Again, this is $12.50 for the 8 pan, and these are actually new formulas to Ulta Beauty's shadow line. If you've ever used an Ulta shadow before, try it again because they're completely different now. They are non-drying, they're super rich, and they actually come in 36 different shades, which is crazy, so you have a big variety. They're very smooth, very creamy, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, and they are only $8.50 per shadow. And again, it's available in an 8 pan or a 4 pan. The 4 pan is available online only, so you can order it online. I'll have it linked down below, and that costs $8. If you need more room, a Z palette's probably going to be the way you want to go. That can store a bunch of things in it very easily for $20. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. I'm first going to take this little Maybelline Dream Corrector concealer stick, and I want to use this actually on my lids to help prep for the shadows. I want to kind of even this out. I've had a bit of allergies, a little bit of sickness this week, and I'd like to even out my lids to kind of brighten them up. So I just want to take that and now blend that in. I'm also going to jump into our coconut shade down here, which is a matte kind of creamy yellow shade, and I'm going to just pop this all over the lid, and this is going to lock in and set down that concealer. Wow, these shadows are extremely pigmented. Just going to tap this shade right on top. That's just going to prep it for all our other shadows. And then from there, I'm going to jump into this light brown shade down here, kind of like a toasted color. And I'm going to use Buzzword right through the crease. This is kind of one of those perfect transition shades. It just looks so buttery and yummy and warm and like inviting. So I'm going to run that throughout the crease, blending it outwards. I'm also going to take Masterplan here, this darker brown, with a smaller brush. And this, again, I'm just following around the hollow of my eye. Shocked at how pigmented these are. They're really not like the older Ulta shadows that I'm used to. You guys know I'm very familiar with Ulta shadows. So just continuing to define that crease up and over. Taking my Urban Decay blending brush again, and I'm just working that around the edges so that can fade out a little smoother. From there, I'm actually going to go into Coffee Bean, this nice espresso shade here. And I want to use this just to add a little bit of drama to this outer corner. You guys know I love my smokiness. I love, love, love a matte black shadow. It's like necessary for me in every one of my looks. I'd love to just pop it in there and blend it out and get that definition. So I'm just going to run my Urban Decay brush back over those edges. Wow, I'm just forever impressed with the blendability of these shadows. It's actually been nothing but super easy to place the shadows down and then just blend them out. But I'm going to mix it up now with this Ulta Beauty Shadow Primer. It's oil-free, fragrance-free, and paraben-free, and it's a tinted eye primer in the shade Satin Blush. And there you can see the kind of metallic effect it has. I'm going to take this with a brush and layer this right over the lid. I'm going to go, the whole lid here, underneath the crease. Carve out a nice shape. Probably to about half, a little bit more than halfway. And then on top of that, I'm going to take a little bit of this red shadow. It's kind of like a cranberry in the shade, Risk Taker. I'm going to layer that, you guys, right on this outer half and on the inner half of this look. It's up to you how much shadow you want, but I'm going to add it right there. And then in the very center, I'm just going to take this matte shade here in the middle and just pop that right in the center. and layer that right in the center to make everything pop. And then of course at the end you need to highlight, so I'm going back into the more yellow creamy shade, which I love. I'm going to take this and just pop it into my highlight there and use it to buff out. I know it's probably a little excessive, but I want to take a little bit of Plum Pop, you guys, and I'm going to also mix it with maybe the charcoal or a little bit of the black. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe the black we'll mix it with. And I'm going to focus this on the outside of that red, just to create a little bit more of a cool ombre effect. You can even bring it on the inner, very inner corner here. I love this shadow. I think it's so pretty. I'm now going to take the Ulta Beauty Gel Liner in the shade Blackout. This is like a holy grail liner, you guys. I have friends that every time this goes on sale, they go out and like buy all of them at Ulta because it's such a nice, smooth, black gel liner. I think you'd really like to try this. I'm just tightlining across my lid with it and also on the waterline. And then of course I'm just making sure to blend out that liner. I'm really excited because I'm trying this mascara out for the first time. This is Ulta Beauty's Maximum Lashes Defining and Lengthening Mascara. And it's so cute though. The bottle is really nice. It's like a really nice material and it's baby pink. It's so cute. It is nicely separating in a nicely dark formula. I was a little nervous it wouldn't be black enough for me because I like my mascaras to be super dark, but this looks awesome. And I'm going to wait on the bottom lashes till after we do our foundation. So if you remember, we already primed our face. Now I'm going to throw on some foundation. This is the Becca Cosmetics Ever Matte Shine Proof in the shade Buttercup. It's been a while since I used this, but it's a big favorite of mine. And then I'm going to take this brush. It's actually a Tarte Cosmetics brush that I got at Ulta. It was a free gift with a purchase, I think, at one point. And I'm going to use this to buff into my skin and get some foundation on so I can just feel normal again. I just do not feel like perfected until I have my face makeup on. Some people need their eyeliner, some people need their mascara. You need your brows. I need foundation. That's how I feel. It's of course up to you how much coverage you want. I love a fuller coverage, especially with a smokier eye like this. I think it just makes everything look so flawless, and smoky eye just looks great when your foundation is just as complete and as even. Just like that seems to be about perfect coverage for me without concealer, you know what I mean? I'm also going to take a little bit of concealer to brighten up my under eyes. This is the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape in the shade Light. You guys already know this is like the jam. Its coverage is so good, so I'm just going to apply this underneath my eye. You can even do a little down the nose. I like to do a little on the chin, Cupid's bow, and forehead. From there, of course, let's just blend that in really quickly. This will give us a little dimension to the face and act as our natural highlight points. So I'm going to blend it in with my sponge here. And then next, jumping into my Physicians Formula Matte Sculpting Palette, I'm going to first take this highlight shade to set in my under eye concealer. Get it on the brush and then just layer that right on top of the concealer we just laid down. And blend that in. And I'm also going to take the middle, very cool toned contouring shade to use around our nose. Make sure to tap off the excess so you don't obviously pack on too much. And then I'm just going to go in and do my best to contour out my nose. Just contouring slightly up into our eye socket here, and then bring it down onto the side of the nose and just sweep back and forth. I also like to hit right underneath here. I'm also going to take this one and a little bit of the, we'll just go back and forth into the two bronzer shades. And we need to also do a little bit of shading on our cheeks, our cheekbones rather, into our temple area, because I just need a little color up here. You guys know this like makes or breaks my face. It changes the game for me. If I'm not wearing bronzer on my forehead, I am having an off day. It's just a sure thing already. And then I also go into the highlight again, right on the bridge of the nose, and let's brighten that up in between our contour. And just jumping back into our Ulta palette, I want to take a little bit of the brown underneath my eyes. So I'm just going to smoke that into the lower lash line. I'm also taking some of that purple through the front. Also just need to add a little onto our bottom lashes. I really am a fan of this mascara, you guys. The formula looks like it's not overly wet, you know what I mean? But this one honestly just seems perfect. It dried really quickly, but not too quickly. I was still able to work it, get my lashes the way I wanted them. Can you guys believe that Ulta Beauty is selling NARS? I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. This actually came from Ulta Beauty, you guys. You can get this there. I will link it down below. It's the NARS Blush Palette. The NARSisisst Cheek Studio Palette. And like, what? It looks so nice. This is what it looks like inside. So you have a bunch of beautiful colors. I'm just going to take the slightest bit of bronzer here just to finish buffing out my cheek. And then for blush, I think this would probably be the most fitting shade. Maybe a little bit of this one too. These two on the end here. And I'm going to pop that right into the cheeks. I also want to throw on some of the Ulta brand false lashes. These are the Plush lashes. It's a 4-piece set, which is really cool. You have your eyelashes, you have the little applicator, and you actually have your glue as well. And there's actually 2 sets of lashes in here, which I think is a really nice for a lash set. Add my lash glue on here. And I'm always, you guys, a little useless at these eyelash applicators, but I'm going to try it today. So I just need the glue to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go right on top. Oh wow, I actually did not do half bad, and I really like those lashes, wow. All right, this little, you know, lash applicator actually is extremely handy because I could just place it right over the top of my lashes. Huh. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be trying out this palette. This is by Revolution, Makeup Revolution. It's their Ultra Pro Glow palette. Ah, I know, it's crazy. It looks like there's so many highlighters. I'm going to go into this light pink one, I think. Yeah. And I'm just going to start adding this on the tip of my nose. And then down the center as well. Of course, just a little on the inner corners to brighten that up. A little bit above the Cupid's bow. And then I'm jumping into my fan brush here in the very light pink. And I'm going to add this right here, right to our cheekbone. And then to finish off the lips, I'm taking this lip liner by Urban Decay. This is in the shade 714. It's a beautiful red lip liner. And then on the lips, I'm super excited to try this out, you guys. Let me know if you'd like a live swatching video where I try like all these shades on, because I would kind of like to do that. Seems really fun. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette. I like that it has a really tight case so that your lipsticks stay, you know, I don't want to say moist. They stay in nice condition. And then they have this nice little flap over the front to protect the lipsticks. I think I want to do Ex-Girlfriend and then punch it in the middle with a little bit of Disobedient, this more pink. So again, I'm first going into this shade Ex-Girlfriend. And I'm going to add this all over the lips. And also some into Disobedient, this more pinky. You can take a little of the red if you want. And I'm going to pop that in the middle. And here we have the finished result of today's makeup. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I love this look. And yeah, I really love these shadows. If you guys want to check out the Ulta Beauty makeup line or their eyeshadow line, I will have it linked down in the bottom box down below. I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much. Ulta Beauty, thank you for sponsoring my video. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye!